Imagine you are standing on the last night of 2026, looking back at the year like it was a stress test. Some people will say, it was the year everything changed overnight. In reality, it will not feel like that. From the inside, there will be no single, dramatic moment that explains the whole story. Instead, you will remember a long sequence of small shifts, a software update that quietly adds new AI features to the tools you already use, a short email announcing a restructuring in one department, a notification about your rent increasing, again, a headline about a new income support pilot for affected workers, a friend posting that their role was eliminated, and then staying vague about what happened next. Taken alone, none of these moments sounds like a turning point, but together, they form the outline of a decade that is already in motion. Between now and the end of 2026, AI adoption, labor market shifts, housing pressure, and cost of living stress are not happening in separate worlds. They are stacking. Major institutions like Oxford, MIT, McKinsey, the OECD, the IMF, and the World Economic Forum are not publishing science fiction. They are quietly updating models to reflect a faster, more uneven future. The uncomfortable question for an ordinary person is simple. If 2026 continues in the direction we are already moving, what does survival actually mean? In this video, we will treat 2026 as a real-world survival scenario, not in the sense of apocalypse, but in the sense of keeping your options open, protecting your stability, and giving yourself room to move. We will look at 4 pillars: your work, your money, your location, and your skills and safety net. As you listen, keep one question in mind. If nothing significant changes in the way you work, earn, and live between now and the end of 2026, are you genuinely comfortable with where that leads? Let's start with work. For most people, work is still the primary interface between their time and the rest of the economy. Oxford, MIT, and McKinsey all converge on a similar finding: a large share of routine, repeatable tasks inside many jobs can already be automated with existing AI. It is not just about losing jobs. It is about jobs being rewired from the inside. The safest roles are not those with the most impressive titles, but those with 3 specific traits. They require judgment. They require interaction with real people or physical spaces, and they benefit from AI rather than being replaced by it. If your current role is built mostly on predictable inputs and outputs, 2026 is not the year to ignore that. It is the year to rewrite the way you work. That does not require quitting your job. It starts with a painful but useful audit. List every task you perform in a typical week and mark the ones that a modern AI system could complete in under a minute with clear instructions. Those tasks are already functionally automated. Whether you use AI or not, you can choose to cling to them and fight the tide, or to hand them over and move yourself up the value chain. The workers who come out of 2026 in a stronger position will be the ones who design their own AI workflows instead of waiting for their employers to redesign them from above. The second pillar is money. This is not about predicting markets or timing the next crash. It is about understanding how fragile or resilient you are to shocks, high interest rates, inflation that does not fully disappear, volatile housing markets, and an AI-driven productivity boom do not cancel each other out. They layer on top of each other. Institutions like Goldman Sachs, McKinsey, and the IMF highlight the same risk in different language. If productivity rises faster than wages and the cost of essentials stays high, the gap between those who can invest and those who can barely keep up widens quickly. A 2026 survival plan does not start with complex strategies. It starts with a brutally honest snapshot. How many months could you cover your basic expenses if your main income drops suddenly? If the answer is less than one, your first priority is not maximizing returns. It is buying time. Savings, even small ones, are not about winning a game. They are about slowing down the clock when something breaks. The second layer is diversification. If every dollar you earn comes from one employer, in one industry, in one location, you are concentrating risk. In a way, that made more sense in the 1990s than it does now. In 2026, building even a small secondary income stream, freelance work, a tiny digital product, a skill you can offer on demand, is not a luxury project. It is a shock absorber. The third pillar is location. Housing, commuting, rent, energy, food and services all interact through geography. Data from Oxford Economics, MIT, and the OECD suggests that cost of living gaps between regions are likely to widen further. For some people, the most powerful 2026 survival move is not a new certification or a new app. It is a new postcode. That does not mean everyone should move. It means you should at least know what your alternatives look like. What would your cost of living be in a secondary city that still fits your work? What about remote first roles that decouple your income from your local housing market? What about sharing, co-living, or co-buying with trusted people instead of trying to do everything alone? In an age where mobility is unevenly distributed, knowing your own map is part of survival. The fourth pillar is skills and safety net. Skill building in the age of AI is not about collecting random badges. It is about stacking 3 types of abilities: technical literacy, human strengths, and system thinking. Technical literacy means being able to drive the tools that are reshaping the economy: AI models, automation platforms, data-informed decision-making, at least well enough to multiply your output. Human strengths mean the things AI still struggles with: deep empathy, complex negotiation, creative synthesis, leading groups of people through uncertainty. System thinking means understanding how your role connects to the wider machine, how value flows through your company, your industry, and the broader economy. People who can combine these 3 layers do not just stay employable, they become the ones designing how work itself changes. Alongside skills, there is another safety net that gets less attention in reports and charts: your relationships. In past crises, from plagues to financial crashes, the people who recovered fastest were rarely isolated. They were embedded in networks of trust: friends who share leads, colleagues who recommend you, communities that exchange information before it reaches the news. In a 2026 survival guide, your social graph is not a soft detail. It is infrastructure. So what does it mean to survive 2026? It does not mean avoiding all risk. That is impossible. It means you are not one email, one notice, or one decision away from crisis. It means your work is aligned with tasks that gain value as AI spreads. It means your money is organized in a way that gives you time to respond rather than forcing you into panic. It means your location is chosen consciously, not just inherited from habit. It means your skills and your network are compounding quietly in the background while others wait for certainty. Sources: Oxford University, Economic Futures and Labor Market Outlook, 2025. MIT, Work of the Future and Automation Exposure Studies, 2025. McKinsey Global Institute, Global Labor Transitions, 2025. OECD, Skills for the Future and Regional Inequality, 2025. IMF, Global Economic Prospects in an AI Era, 2025. World Economic Forum, Future of Jobs Report, 2025. This is not financial advice, and it is not a guarantee about any specific outcome. It is a checklist for a year that will reward people who move early and quietly punish those who assume that yesterday's rules will keep working. Stay aware, stay adaptable, stay curious. Before you go, tell me in the comments, what is one concrete change you will make in January to be in a stronger position by the end of 2026?